So how can we detect lines using OpenCV, which has its application in lane detection for self-driving cars? Folks, Nitin here, and this is the AI University channel. In this video, I'm going to explain the concept of line detection followed by its implementation using Python's OpenCV module. So watch this video till the end. If you are new here, then consider subscribing to this channel, or if you have already subscribed, then click on the bell icon to receive the notifications about hottest technologies of 21st century. Please show your love and support by liking, sharing and subscribing to this video, as I will feel highly motivated. Also, we now have the AI University Android app and the website, which is in beta mode right now. You can download the code related Jupyter notebooks by enrolling to this course right here on the AI University website. All the courses are offered free on this website. You can access the related quizzes and certificate of course completion like this from the AI University once I upload all the videos and once you complete all the tutorials including final quiz. So let's move on. Detecting lane lines is a fundamental task for self-driving cars while driving on the road. It is the basic building block when it comes to other path planning and control actions like braking and steering. We can use front camera in a car to automatically detect lines while driving. When it comes to line detection, there are two majorly used algorithms like Hough Lines and Probabilistic Hough Lines. So let me tell you how we represent lines in the coordinate system, which you might already be aware of, and what is the representation used in OpenCV. So now see this diagram. We all have seen such diagram in our school days. In the coordinate system, the equation of this line is y equals to mx plus c, where m is the slope of the line and c represents y-intercept. This is the x-axis and this one is the y-axis. M can be calculated as y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, where x1 y1 and x2 y2 are the extreme endpoints. Now consider this diagram. In OpenCV, we represent lines in different way. In case of Hough lines, the equation of the line can be represented in parametric form as rho equals to x cos theta plus y sin theta, where rho is the perpendicular distance in pixels from the origin to the line, and theta is the angle formed by this perpendicular line, and horizontal axis measured in counter-clockwise, and that direction varies on how you represent the coordinate system. Theta is measured in radians here rather than degrees. So let's head over to the Jupyter notebook to see its implementation. So as you can see here, we are first importing our familiar CV2 and NumPy modules. In the next line, we are reading our image using imRead function, giving path of the image as an argument and storing it in a variable called as image data underscore original to show you the original image. Then we are making this image as grayscale image using CVT color function, and after that using Kenny algorithm to detect edges. If you have jumped directly on this video and doesn't know about concepts like grayscale, Kenny edge detection, etc., then consider watching this OpenCV playlist. Link is given in the I button above. In the next line, we are using Hough Lines function. The first argument to this function is Kenny edge detected image. Second parameter is row accuracy, which is kept as 1 pixel. You can play around with this value to see the different outputs. Third parameter is theta accuracy, whose value is kept as pi divided by 180 and which denotes 1 degree. Now what is rho and theta? That we have already discussed a while ago. Next parameter is threshold, which governs the number of points on a line. So if you increase this number, then you will see lesser lines on the image, and if you decrease this number, then you will see more number of lines. So only those lines are returned that get votes greater than threshold value. You can try to change this value to see the difference for yourself. So this entire operation is being stored in a variable called as line underscore info variable. This variable contains both rho and theta values. In the next set of lines, we are using for loop to iterate through each line to convert it to the OpenCV's desired format to get the endpoint coordinates of the lines. Color of the lines is red on BGR channel. We are using OpenCV's line function to plot the lines using various variable values calculated above. So let me now run this cell. So when I run this cell, I got the following output. So this is the canny edge detected image, and these are the Hough lines generated, detecting the lines on the image. While it was successful in identifying majority of lines, yet there were few lines which were left out, and at some places there were more than one lines. So let me show you what am I talking about. So you can see that there are lines which are left out here, and then here we have more number of lines, right? Rather than one, we have multiple lines. So let's try to improve our approach and try to use probabilistic Hough line approach. Probabilistic Hough line transform is more optimized form of Hough lines, as it doesn't take all of the points of the line into consideration. Rather, it takes a random subset of points that is sufficient for line detection. Also, in probabilistic Hough lines, you don't have to calculate the values of x1, x2, y1, y2. So these values x1, y1, x2 and y2, you don't have to calculate manually those parameter values because the calculation get reduced in this case, in case of probabilistic Hough lines. You will see that in a short while. So let's see the code here. The code is pretty much familiar to you till this canny edge detection piece of code, right? Or rather this particular line of code where we are showing the canny edge detected. Then in the next line we are using this Hough line p function of probabilistic Hough lines. In this case we don't need to convert it into OpenCV's desired format, just like we did in the previous cell or in case of Hough lines. Here you don't need to do such thing because it automatically generates starting and ending points. This function takes two additional parameters at the end, as you can see here. So this value 110 is nothing but the minimum line length, and this value 10 is the maximum line gap. What this means is that any line segment which is shorter than the minimum line length, which in our case is 110, will be rejected. Maximum line gap is the maximum allowed gap between the line segment to treat them as a single line. In the next set of lines, we are using for loop to get the desired endpoints of the line. Color of the line is blue on BGR channel. Finally, we have the IamShow related code to showcase the detected lines on the image. So let me run this cell now. So when I ran the cell, we got this canny edge detected image, and then we have this probabilistic Hough lines generated here. So you could see the output is different as it is showing small number of lines here at the edges now. The maximum line gap is the parameter which eliminated the problem of multiple lines at one place or overlapping each other. The minimum length parameter tells the length of these lines. Some of these lines are broken because these are not even detected by canny edge detection function. So that is the reason these are kind of shown as broken here. You can see that the lines are more accurately detected using probabilistic Hough lines. You can play around with these values to see the various outputs for yourself. So folks, this is it for this video. Hope you learned something new today. In the next upcoming video, I will cover another important topic of the computer vision using OpenCV series. So here is today's question. State true or false. Probabilistic Hough lines transform is not an optimized form of Hough lines. Please post your answers, comments in the comment section given below so that I can get a chance to incorporate your feedback. You can also post your technical questions in the comment section and I will try to answer the same. If you are watching this video and you are not already a subscriber to our channel, consider clicking that little subscribe button. In case you have already subscribed, then click on the bell icon to receive the notifications whenever I will release a new video. So thanks for hanging out with me guys. I will be covering next topic in the upcoming video, so keep on watching. Thank you.